Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Director Regan, for being here. As a little side note, at one time in my life, I was the Chief Deputy Commissioner of the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, so something you and I have a little bit of background in that. I've got a Richmond coal plant, Richmond, Indiana. I'm in the Indiana 6th District, and it's one of those plants that when it gets 2 degrees like it did in December, they turn it on, and when it gets real hot in the summer, they turn it on, but it doesn't run all the time. So I got a question about an aspect of some new recent regulations. Your current coal combustion residuals policy was overtly silent on beneficial reuse, but the new rule covertly, retroactively regulates it through the EPA's new position that the CCR cannot be beneficially used on site. Was this intentional? If not, can you correct that?
I'll take a look at the level of specificity on that. Obviously, our crew looked at the health disbenefits of some of that coal ash and how it was being stored and how it was being reused.
Sure. This one's nowhere near the waterway. This has been going on for over 100 years, still in the same containment. I wish you would do that, okay?
We'll take a look at that.
It's owned by the city of Richmond, 37,000 people. And we need it as base load until an alternative can be, and not just shut down before and wipe out base load when we need it most. Okay? So see, I'm taking a kinder, gentler approach to you, giving you a break. How's that sound? Last time we spoke, we talked about RINs, eRINs. And while the EPA decided to remove eRINs from their final RFS rule, they cannot be taken. They have not taken the idea off the table for future regulations. At a June 2023 hearing in front of this committee, Assistant Administrator Joe Goffman stated your agency would be leaving the door open for eRINs. Has the EPA had any further internal discussions about the eRIN program?
We're still in that evaluation mode. We got a lot of comments on that program, ranging from how it could be done in an efficient way to questioning the legal authority to do so. So we're taking our time and giving that careful deliberation.
So one of the things that you and I talked about the last time we met, having spent my life in distributing petroleum product and moving, buying, selling RINs, and seeing the effect that had on some groups versus other groups, I'm very concerned that this is going to, while it may create credits for some, particularly in my manufacturing area, it may increase cost drastically. Would eRINs be something that a manufacturing facility, if they weren't buying clean energy, would they have to get in that game?
Let me have my folks get back to you on that. You're laying out the conundrum that we're in. It's very complex. We don't want to have any unintended consequences. We want it to be fair and transparent. That's one of the reasons we put a pause on it, and we're doing this thorough evaluation of it.
Well, certainly, as you know, RINs intentionally or maybe not intentionally picked winners and losers and cost one segment a great deal of money to continue to operate. But the whole idea of eRINs and using clean energy, it covers, as you just said, and I hope you focus on that, could cover a whole bunch more people than anybody intended, and could be a real moneymaker for Wall Street and the trading of those, as I saw with RINs in and of themselves became a very hot commodity, and in some cases were worth more than selling the petroleum was, right? And so would eRINs become more valuable than clean energy on a market traded? So have you discussed that?
We're looking at all of those options. And again, that is one of the reasons we didn't move forward. There's a lot of things that need to be looked into, and I hope that our teams can continue to talk, because we want that input if and when we move forward with eRINs.
Well, great. I hope you kind of find the right thing there. And see, wasn't this a better line of questioning than you have? And I'm a Republican. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.